It's disappointing. I find that it's very little, the sentence.
It was behind these glass blocks on the second floor of police headquarters that Toronto mother learned about the possible penalties 2 police officers could face for mocking her daughter with Down syndrome. Constables Sasha Slivo and Matthew Saris pleaded guilty to discreditable conduct, but they chose not to address the family in public.
That's going to be my new code word. We're different. Artistic.
These disparaging comments were caught on dashcam video. The officers pulled over Pamela Munoz and her 2 daughters for a traffic violation near Queens Quay in Royal York last fall.
It's a little little what?
Officer Slivo can be heard referring to Francie Munoz as disfigured, calling her half a person. Today, Slivo pleaded guilty to using profane, abusive and insulting language, while his partner, Constable Saris, entered a guilty plea for not reporting the comments to a superior. The proposed penalties for the officers, 2 and 5 days of unpaid work respectively, at least 20 volunteer hours with the Special Olympics, and attending sensitivity training in the new year.
We've seen throughout this case that there seems to be a lack of sensitivity training in terms of dealing with people with intellectual disabilities. There appears to be a tolerance for this type of behavior within the workforce. So we're hoping that this can get addressed.
The tribunal heard during an interview with the Toronto Police Professional Standards Unit, Constable Slivo acknowledging his comments likely led an entire community to mistrust police, saying, "I'm extremely embarrassed because I became a bully that day and insulted a community that never did anything to me." Pamela and Francie have received an apology letter from the officers, but the family has asked for a public apology. The prosecutor at today's hearing likened a public apology to a public shaming and says it's not necessary. And the officer's lawyer agrees.
It was made disseminated to the public, and they repeated their apology through me in front of you folks. You were all there in a public hearing. I don't think they need to do anything more than that. It doesn't affect the sincerity of their regret.
I feel happy I have everyone here with me.
Even though the disciplinary penalties were a joint recommendation between the prosecutor and the defense, the hearing officer has the final say, and he said he'll be emailing out his decision in the next 2 to 3 months, and he'll also send it to the family. At Toronto Police Headquarters, Francis D'Souza, City News.